Welcome to Supporting Surviving Fentanyl, the world's fastest growing nonprofit. I want to let you guys know we've been steadily at work, working with our community and working to combat this epidemic, what we call fentanyl. Everybody, I know it's election time. I know everybody's uptight right now. It's a real intense moment, but let's understand and let's always keep it to where we know that we are the change, and unifying for change is how we have to do this. We got to come to an agreement. We have to learn to agree to disagree, and then we push our own agendas. No president, no congressman, no man in no office will change our reality but us. And with Support Surviving Fentanyl, what I want you guys to understand is I'm fighting an epidemic, a war by myself and my staff, my sister, her husband, my family is behind me. It's a family-ran nonprofit. We've dedicated our lives to this. You know, we ask you to subscribe, join us in this battle. You know, some of our content is very rough, and it is, and I do that on purpose, right? I want the true story to get out. I want the actual effects of it to get out. I want people to be able to say how they really feel, so I don't censor or edit. As I promise, the content will get better. I'm buying equipment every day. I'm upgrading every day. I'm learning more every day. But before we get into this interview, JB in Love, part 2, I have another series. If you go down a little bit through the videos, it's called Fentanyl in Love. Just telling about the relationships in addiction, right? Those people, they still love, they still care, they still hurt, right? So JB was a gentleman that I met, and I just seen the pain in his eyes, and I asked him, hey man, what's going on? And he was willing to sit down and do an interview with me. I think this story will touch you. So just to give a little context, JB isn't addicted to fentanyl. He's addicted to what they call ice, methamphetamines. His wife is. When they've been together for 25 years, and they separated for this day. And the man was in shambles, and you know, he talks about things like the things he has to do to keep his woman from being a prostitute for this drug, or a slave with her body for the drug. Please watch this with an open heart and an open mind. Patreon, we do got a Patreon page coming up, and that's going to be even a little bit more rough. I have my cousins helping me with some of the interviews, and they're fighting their challenges as I am. So just come along for the journey, for the ride. Enjoy the content. Understand this is real content. It's nothing scripted. Ain't no faking in it or nothing. And I try to keep it as real as possible. I think scripted TV, I get enough of it, you know. But before we get out of here, I want to talk to you about one thing before I let you go and watch this interview. I'll get right to it. It's this supplement called Sugar Defender. I myself am a diabetic, type 2. I'm not insulin dependent, not yet, but my A1C, AC1, whichever way it go, is running very high. At this very moment, I'm going to be trying this supplement personally. It's all organic. I'll list the 8 the 8 ingredients. I'll let you I'll display it. You as you see it. I'll give you a QR code and a link. The link will be in the description. If you're interested, click on the link, buy it, try it with me. Buy it through this link, and all proceeds will be donated to Support Surviving Fentanyl nonprofit organization, the fastest growing nonprofit in the world. And without further ado, I don't want to hold you up all night. Let's go. Let's talk to JB. All right, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good.
Welcome to Support Surviving Fentanyl. As we do once a week, we try to talk to the community and see how this drug is impact in our communities, right? Because we're the ones who live in it. SSS stands for support, surviving fentanyl, strength, serenity, and freedom. Because if you get the strength, you get serenity, and then you got freedom.
Right.
I have an addict that I help who's a recovering addict, which I am myself. And recovery is every day. We know that. And he always says he's so happy to be out of prison. He never felt so free as he was when he was in prison once he got over the withdrawals, you know?
Right.
And that's what we all fear.
Is the withdrawal.
Yeah. You start off in the morning when you first get your fix is to feel better.
Right.
And then, okay, I'm already doing it. Now it's time to get high.
Right.
But I want to start off by introducing yourself.
All right. My name is Jonathan Perkins. I'm 45. I'm from Indiana. Come out here with my wife 15 months ago. Had a job. Actually lived right across the street here at Venture Apartments for 3 months. I had on rent 2 months, and just with her struggling with the addiction, lost everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm sorry to hear that, man. How long you been married for?
We've known each other for 25 years.
So it is what it is. It's been your woman for 25 years.
Yeah.
A piece of paper to me don't make you married. It's the commitment of the heart, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about your journey in Arizona.
Like I said, 15 months ago, we come here. I come out here because I got a buddy that I've known since like 4th, 5th grade, saying how good the money was and shit. And time after time after time, man, I'd like help him because he told me to come out here to get work doing handyman business stuff, making 65, 75 bucks an hour. So that's what I did. And then finally got this place, was working for this Sundial real estate place. And I was there like 70, 80 days, slept over one day. They fired me. After 90 days, you were good. But I was like in my 75th, 80-day period, got rid of me. So like I said, I was 2 months ahead in rent. But in the fine writing there, if you work for them and you live, there also, you can do all that. But if you get fired from their job, then they're not going to let you live there either. So that's where the struggle started happening last year. And we was there for I was 2 months ahead in rent. So they cut me a check. Then we left, and we've been on the street ever since. And just recently, within the past, 2 days, 3 days, me and her split up, away from one another, not split up, but just couldn't take it no more.
Where's she at right now?
She's over by, where were we at, bro?
We're on Country Club right now.
Where were we at? Where'd we come from? What town? Over there, Phoenix? 50th. 51st in Washington.
Are you worried about her?
Yeah, I mean, look at me. I'm a mess.
Yeah. It's nothing that hurts a man more than loving a woman and going through things with her. I have experience in that too. We'll say that for another chapter. So what's the difference in between Indiana and Arizona and the epidemic of fentanyl? Was it fentanyl? Because my experience of, and I've been out of Michigan for about 12 years,
right?
Maybe even 15. It was crack cocaine. I didn't really understand. I remember seeing people at the bus stop with their head down, hovering over aluminum foil, and I'm like, what are they doing? I used to always make jokes like, man, what kind of new drug is this? You know? So what was the difference coming from Indiana to Arizona as far as the fentanyl thing?
Fentanyl hasn't hit Indiana. Well, as I was leaving Kentucky, I hadn't seen it down in Kentucky yet, and it hadn't made it to Indiana. By the time I got out here 6 months in, I'm getting calls back from Indiana saying, hey, bro, how much for a boat or this or that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I'm not in, I'm a recovering addict. I've been on Suboxone almost 20 years.
Yeah.
But my fucking old lady, she's on it. But anyway, it hit about 6 months after I got out here, and I was like, bro, don't even call me with that because you'll ruin your life.
Have you tried to introduce her to Suboxone?
She's actually on methadone, and
I think Suboxone's so much better than methadone.
I do too. I tried to get her to go to the Suboxone, and she's been on Subutex. But when I told her about methadone, and she tasted the methadone and felt how, you know, she's got a lot of mental issues. She's got just like everybody else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's one of our #1 reasons of using drugs is mental issues, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And, sometimes we feel like we're gonna die if we don't have it, right? You know,
right.
But so right now you're homeless, you're looking for work, you split up from your girl. What's the plan?
Well, like I said, I had my wallet, I had an ID, I got my food stamp card, and then I turn and look, and now it's gone. So I don't know if she got it from me. So I'm trying to make my way back that way to find her. I don't know. I'm starting here though because I was all the way at 51st, but I'm starting here because this is where we started. So now I'm headed back that way to see if I can't find her.
Yeah. Do you what kind of skills do you have?
Man, I can build you a home from pouring the footer or the basement to the roof, doing the windows. I went to school. I'm a journeyman glazer. I went to school for windows, commercial and residential. Build homes. I'm a carpenter. I mean, I've got plenty of life skills. I've been on the street. I've been doing the right thing.
Yeah, I always say, a man homeless and in need is a man of want, right? Nobody helps us, right? You don't have, it's no sympathy for you, you know? How has that been as far as help?
It's been rough, man, because like everybody, just everybody looks at her as an object, you know what I mean? Goes right through me.
Yeah. And, you're having a hard time with this, man. I can see that all over you. Have you when was the last time you talked to her?
2 days ago.
I think that should be one of your highest priorities is getting her, you know, finding her and seeing, you know, just, you know, that's a hard one. Your kids are by her too?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's got 2 or 3 kids of her own. I've got one of mine, but you know, like I said, I've seen every one of her kids go through diapers.
So they only know you as the father kind of thing.
No, they know me as JP. You know, they know that I'm the guy that whenever she wasn't with the baby's dad or whatever, I'd help take care of her. You know what I mean? I was always there for her. I was there for her kids. I diapered her kids. You know what I mean? I helped take care of them when their dads wasn't around. Now both of the dads aren't around at all because they're both dead.
Yeah. So one of the main struggles of fentanyl is the cheapness, the accessibility of it. It's $1 for a pill. A pill can kill 5 people. You know, it's like, it makes it to where your hustle is only about $10, $15, right?
Right.
You get that, you fixed.
Right.
Until the next $10 or $15, a person can get $10 every 3 hours and be okay. So it kind of limits your scope of how much you need, right?
Yeah. It makes you just less and less as a person.
Yeah. So you said they look at her and they look right, like, so you've encountered the drug dealers trying to pay for sex and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how many men I've probably come close to killing just from beating the shit out of them because they're not going to do that to my woman in front of me. They're not going to do that to my woman at all.
Yeah.
I don't want them to do that to women that I don't even know.
Yeah, that's the disgusting part of it. And I admit, you know, that I did a series on low down drug dealer, and I was speaking of myself. And I grew up in the crackhead era, and I remember us selling drugs to our moms, you know, and it was almost like you thought you were doing the right thing, but it was like to keep the peace. Sometimes you had to. She was gonna go get it from somewhere.
Right.
So I could imagine that it's been times that where you to make her not do things like that, you're out trying to get some money and you're not even a user. You know, like the drug dealers know you because you're going to recruit and I mean,
I'm doing it so fucking motherfuckers don't get at her the way that they want to get at her.
Yeah.
And being an addict on fentanyl, if you're a woman and you want fentanyl, you're gonna get it. It's just the way it is. It's fucking.
So what do you think about the president election? What do you feel about that?
Right now, I've not even had time to focus on anything else.
Yeah, life happening so much.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, to be all the way real.
I think one of your first things is you got to get back, because I think that's your safety. That's your safety zone. That's where you're comfortable. That's where you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
on the other end of that though, bro, honestly, like, I don't even know if I got that left in me. It's because I've been doing it for so long and she's just been dragging me down. So
yeah. Have you ever thought about leaving for a minute, going to get right, and coming back to try to get her? Because you don't have a problem, right? You're in the streets because
problems. I like meth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got my own other struggles, but you know, like like I had my phone, my ID, my food stamp card, I was right there. And then I got on that fucking light rail and then my wallet got stolen.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like that.
But when is enough enough? Like, do you ever envision yourself living how old are you? I'm 42. How old are you?
45.
45. Like, we're at that age, right at that breaking point to where it's like, if I mentally push myself, I can still feel youthful. I can still jump. I can still run.
Absolutely.
But I feel my body changing, you know?
Absolutely.
And it's like, man, I probably got 10 more years of this. And, you know, it's time. It's our golden year. So it's time for us to wrap it up.
Right.
To be able to kick back and get old.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
To go to the next, you know, lifestyle living, which is just retire.
At 60 something, man, we can't be out. We can't be out here. I mean,
it's going to kill me. It's going to kill me.
Feel like we almost, we think feel like you're almost going to die now, you know?
Yeah.
And I share this with you sincerely as I'm at the same place, right? This is my fight back, right? This is me fighting back. Drugs, period. It took my mother's life. It took my youth. I never met my father. I've been dealing with it my whole entire life. You know, the first woman I ever loved was a drug abuser. You know, is until I felt like drugs owed me something, so I sold it, and I was going to take my family out of poverty. That didn't work. I caused more trouble. I went to prison. Had my family in trouble. You know, scared, worried, and then today I'm standing here, and it's like, God, Lord, when does this end? Do you ever feel that? Give me a little insight on that. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I was fortunate enough, like my family, like it was a little bit of pot smokers, but my family like graduate people out of college and shit, and then there was me, you know what I mean? So I didn't have to grow up without knowing my mom or dad, or losing my mom or my dad at a young age, but you know, I don't know where I got my addiction from, but yeah, man, I'm fortunate to even be alive right now. Like, I got stitches in my foot right now because
infectious disease.
Being homeless, and I had some athlete's foot, took a shower, bam, my foot swelled up. Now I just got out of the hospital like a few days ago, and
yeah, that's another one of our missions is infectious disease and hygiene.
Yes.
And I'm trying to get people to buy my merch and sell merch and raise money so I can provide those kind of cares. Because what they don't understand is our health is their health. We're in their stores, you know. Sometimes we ain't washed our hands in 4 or 5 days. You know?
Not even think about it.
Exactly. And we're grabbing that door handle, pushing that soda fountain machine.
Yeah.
And things like that. So it's like, you know, it's just so many layers to this, man. You know, how much do you pay for a fentanyl pill right now in Arizona?
I mean,
if you just wanted a pill, the best price.
I was buying 2 for $1.
2 for $1?
Yeah.
2 for $1 now? So they're 50 cents a piece.
Where the people that I've met.
Damn.
Yeah.
How much is a 8 ball of crystal meth?
I mean, shit. I was getting ounces for 175, 180, and then my addiction.
You take that back to Indiana, man. That's $1,000.
I mean, yeah, bro. Like, I know, but I'm just not. I can't do it no more.
Yeah. It's like
it's over with, man. I'm just
it's the part that people don't understand as addicts when you crash. Like, when you have the drugs, when you filter your body of it, you can't even get high no more. And you know, you don't have, like right now, man, you look like you just want to lay down, you know, a good hot bath, shower, lay down, eat something and just relax, you know. But that isn't an option right now, you know.
Right.
Man, I pray for you. My heart with you. We're gonna exchange a little info. You know, this is about us helping us. You know, ain't nobody coming to save us, man. And I try to do a lot of things to raise money.
Right,
bro. It ain't. People don't care.
No, people.
You know,
don't. And if it's maybe some people do care, but the people that do care have been getting burnt by the people that are like, you know,
it's just
me and us and everybody else. So it's just a vicious cycle, bro.
Yep.
It's
because
horrible.
If you can't separate the person from the addict, it's because it's two people there, right? It's the real genuine person, then it's the addict, right? Sometimes you might be dealing with the addict thinking you're helping. That's why I always try to say, if you help an addict, just do it from your heart, man.
Yeah.
Leave them with something good, not even just money or food, some inspiration. Tell them, hi, I love you, lift them up, because of those little things matter, you know. Usually you getting shooed away from a store. Get away from here.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna call the police on you, this motherfucker.
Right.
Even when you ain't trying to do nothing, you know, you look it.
Yeah.
And I've experienced that in the corporate world, like had suit, tie on, clean cut, shave, and they still see who I am through those things.
Yeah, yeah.
This monkey on your back, even when you get clean, he's still in the shadow, you know?
Oh yeah.
You know.
And he's always gonna be there.
Yep. Well, man, thank you for your time, man. Sharing that with you. I don't want to hold you up.
Thank you.
We'll trade info, man, and we'll see what we can do, all right?
For sure.
You have a good day,
it.
man.
Support surviving fentanyl. We still matter. We still matter.